everyone. So today we are talking about Star Wars Christmas special. 1 second. I'm gonna need it because that's right. I need to just scream into a pill. And by doing that, you pretty much this movie. Oh man, it was a disaster. Everything that fits under disaster. The movie was the only thing I will grant to them. Some of the animation was good. Some, not all of the animation. Some of it was good. I mean, like the Millennium Falcon, yeah, okay, the animation on it was good. Then try to see that it has flat things that just peel at the bottom if it goes into water. Okay, that's an effect because, you didn't really see that and other songs. Maybe granted they were not ever in a water situation for that to happen. Though it does leave the question of when did Han take time to install those into the Millennium Falcon. I like the animation they did on Boba Fett. They did really good in my opinion on him. I love the way they did Chewie. I had an issue with a lot of how they had drew the characters. Mainly the droids. Just because the way they had 3PO is like it was so wrong in so many ways with him. It's like, yeah, sure, you got the color, but you made him look like Anakin didn't even put anything, just look like a stringy toy. And it was like, ugh. And R2 was so wobbly, he wasn't sturdy. I mean, it was like watching one of the funny balloons that wobbles. Like every time he moves, he just does this weird wobble thing. And look who I have not ever once in my life have I talked bad about the character or talked down, because Mark Hamill is one of my favorite actors, along with Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher. I just had the issue with Luke and this one because I'm just gonna get right down to the point. It looked like he was on crack. It looked like before he came on screen that this character went into another room, got crack, did whatever you do with it, took it, and came out, and it's just like, the way he looked! He looked like someone who just, oh, let's go in this room. Oh, crack. And took it. In other words, he looked like he was high. What the freak? Why did this... Actually, the only character they did somewhat good with was Leia. It's like, what the freak? You made Leia look, okay, I don't have a problem with Leia. Although I will admit the animation on her could have been a tad better. Is it with Luke, you made him full blown look like he's high on something. Just like the way he looked like someone who just got high on whatever you can think of. Crack or whatever. And it's like, what the freak? It's like, some of the animation was questionable. Some of it was good, some of it was like Okay, this looks like you just took a pen and got bored where you just like didn't take time to fully detail it. So I honestly, okay, I do like what they did. Some of them, despite some of the animation being good, and some of it, a little bit being, despite some of the animation not looking as terrible as it could be, this is absolutely the most disaster of worst movies I have ever seen. And I've seen pretty either bad movies, disaster movies, just worse movies, and movies that shouldn't have been made, or remakes that definitely should not have been made. This movie is all of those. Okay, not the remake, but let me rephrase. It's bad. It's worse. It's a disaster movie. It's a movie that, on truth, shouldn't have been made in the first place. I don't know. George Lucas is an amazing man. He's very talented and smart. It's just this one movie honestly should have been thrown into the trash before being fully developed and put down the theaters. Honestly, this movie should have not ever been made in the first place. I give it just 0% of some of the, I give it only 3 for the animation on Boba Fett and Chewie, and the Millennium Falcon is, some of the animation the Millennium Falcon, and leads lead the animation a little on Princess Leia. A little. So in my opinion, could have been done better on her, like they could have done better on Luke and Han and the others. Except I give it 0 for creativity idea, because it's 0 on plot. I do not get the plot story, so 0 on the plot. I would be kind and only give some of the animation that was a little good at least 4. The point is, and I will at least give a bonus for something like the water thing where you see that the Millennium Falcon's above water with floaties just out from the bottom. Late bonus for that, because we have not seen that before. That later then granted that they went out on water for that to even show. So my advice when it comes to the movie, do not watch it. Do not. This one Star Wars movie, I would really advise you to stay away from. Do not watch it. It is, no. It is just, ugh. It's everything that fits under disaster movie. And if you decide to watch it, well, just be prepared what you're about to see. So, yeah. So this was just disaster with all of it. Like I said, this is a movie that really shouldn't have been even made in the first place. Anyway, thank you for coming. See you next time.